Hi everyone, Tracy here with Bible Journaling Ministries and Faith Inspirations live from the tiny house here. So excited that you guys are here this month. We are going to be talking about how we are the light of the world and we will be doing our mixed media challenge. So if you are joining me today, make sure that you download that free challenge card that's located at faithinspirations.com. It's actually faith-inspirations.com, so you can download it there for free. And if you are a supporter of our ministry, thank you so much. We have a whole kit for you this month, so I get to share all of the goodies with you during this live, and I'm super excited to do that. Hi, Deborah. Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. Let me go ahead and share the live, and then we can get started. Okay. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Um, hmm. It says I'm live, but I don't see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let me share that to. Oh, hi, Lori. Good to see you, honey. Let me share it to the group. I always like to share it to the Faith Inspirations private group just in case somebody wants to see it later. Or they may see it there and join us there as well. So I always like to make sure that we're sharing. Okay, it looks like it's being shared there. So good to see you guys. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you as well. So, like I said, we are going to be working on I Am the Light of the World challenge. So, hopefully, you will enjoy that with me. And I hope that you guys had a wonderful month. I am so excited to finally get to be with you. We are at the tiny house today because we needed a break from all of the fun, maybe not so fun, remodeling of our home. So we've been working really hard on that. We're close to the finish line, but we thought, why not just take a break, head to the tiny house and have some fun there, and then, go back to the grind later, right? So we can always do that. Hi, Cookie. Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here too. Oh, thank you so much. Lori said she shared it with her group. And if you have a group, please share it with them as well. We would love that. And I just want to give a special shout out to Lori, who always does our videos so you can see them on our YouTube channel. And she does them every month for you guys. And it's so nice of her to do that. She's totally does it from the kindness of her heart and shows you different techniques that you can do. So that you, in case you missed the live, or if you just want to see what she's doing that's different. She's been with us forever. So it's so nice that she's doing that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open us up in prayer, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera so we can see the kit this month and get started. Father God, thank you so much for just this time together, for our small group of wonderful women that come together just to worship you creatively. Lord, today, may we realize that we are the light of the world, and may we think through what that means as a child of God, and will we take that wonderful thing that you've given us, the responsibility that you've given us to heart, and do the things that you are putting on our hearts to do in a way that honors and glorifies you. I pray this time of creative worship honors and glorifies you, Lord. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to see what the kit looks like this month, and then we're going to get started. Okay, so this month we are focused on Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. And so your faith inspiration kit looks like this. And our verse focus is going to be Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, where it says, "You are the light of the world. A city located on a hill can't be hidden." And then our technique is going to be non-dominant hand mark making. So that might kind of get you a little bit uncomfortable, but it should be relatively easy for you to do this month for our technique. Our challenge steps are to collage multiple layers onto the page, scrape paint onto the page, make marks using your non-dominant hand, add shade around the focal image, add stars or lanterns to your page, add glitter or shimmer to the stars and elements, and then add charcoal or ink to shade page and elements. Our colors are going to be mountain blue, bright yellow, and orange. If you have and those are just in apple barrel paint, but use whatever colors you have. And then use, if you have the Arteza paint palette, you can use A504, A101, and A109. We have some bonus wordfetti, where basically it has the verse, but in the World English version. And then we have additional wordfetti, where it says, I am the light of the world. And then it says, ways I can be the light of the world are. And then it has where you could probably write some things down if you want. Or you can use the wordfetti that says, create with purpose, serve others with joy, stay rooted in God's precious word, use my gifts and resources for God's glory, and be set apart but present. So those are just some ideas for the wordfetti that we created this month. And then we have our beautiful digital image here. We've got the little girl with her beautiful hair, and she's got a cross necklace on, and she's got really kind of a crown here that has a likeness of the city of Jerusalem there. Kind of a unique focal image if you want to use that this month in your creative time. And then you have her also as well to a page, so a little bit smaller. If you have a smaller journal like me, you can use that. Hi Sarah, good to see you. Hi Carmen, good to see you, hon. And then we have our image here where we have some lanterns we can use with our focal image as well. The beautiful cross here in the middle of the scene with the city on a hill. Then we have our wordfetti, that is Matthew, again, chapter 5. And that's going to be in the portrait view as well as the horizontal if you want to use that as collage paper. It's always nice if you're going to use it with collage paper because you already know what it says. It's no fun to use words you don't really know. At least that's my own opinion. I don't like to use words I don't know in my faith art. And then you have this beautiful kind of parchment one as well with Matthew 5, 1 through 24. You also get the stars as well. You can use, this is available as a PNG if you have a Cricut machine or a Silhouette. You can always upload that to your machine software and cut it out. I have cut mine out on Yupo paper, which I find nice and easy to use. And I am able to use it time and time again. But of course, this one's a newer one since I haven't used it this month. But the Yupo paper is kind of nice. I find it easy to cut and then reusable. All right, so then I've also printed mine out on sticker paper. It just makes it easier for me. And we can get started. All right, so I am going to be using everything in this plastic bag. So I've got a little plastic bag full of things. Let me get that out and show it to you. Hi Fern, good to see you. I have some matte medium that I'll be using today for the collage portion. You can use a regular glue stick if you have that. You don't have to use everything that I have. I've got some black and white because you can always use black and white in your challenges. I've got my 3 different colors, but I don't have exactly the same color that is in the challenge, so I just brought some maybe to mix together. But I've got the yellow, and then I've got the orange here, and then I have a little bit of teal to kind of mix with the blue, and we'll see. Okay, I don't really know what I'm going to do with that yet, but I didn't have quite the color, so I decided just to bring that along. Then I have a charcoal pencil, and I have a pen. Sometimes I use that pen to write things. Then I have, of course, some shimmer. I don't even know if this still works. I've had this forever. It's called Spectrum, and it is a glittery, shimmery pen. And I haven't, I had a few of these. It feels like it's not dry, but I might use it. It's called Sparkle, but it's old. So I, again, always encourage you to use what you have. I also use what I have. I've got some other Posca pens here. I've got the white Posca pen. I have a black Posca pen. Then I brought some stickles in case I didn't want to use the shimmer pen. So I have different types of stickles. These actually are so old they're probably dry, but I brought them anyways. So whenever I'm traveling and I know I have to do a live, I want to make sure that I have everything at my disposal. I also have some makeup sponges. I've got some baby wipes as well here. And we're good to go, I think that's, I don't think I need anything else in here. Maybe this. I don't really know. We're just going to use what we have and have some fun together doing the challenge live. I don't like to come prepared too much with anything. I like to just do it like you do it when you first get it. So I don't want to over prepare too much, because then it's not really a challenge. It's just me sharing a technique. So I like to challenge myself just like I ask you to challenge yourselves when we're doing our faith inspirations together. So let's go ahead and get started on our challenge together. So we have here, this one was January and this is February. So we're in March. I just have to turn the page and I can get to my March part for my journaling. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. But what I'd like to get started with first, this small little tray I'm using to do this video on, so I will have to put them over here on this other tray. I've got multiple trays here. The tiny house has tiny trays. All right. Oh, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Okay, so we're going to be in Matthew chapter 5, and I'm going to go ahead and start Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Now, I'll be reading out of my New International Version Bible, and it says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." So that's what we're focused on today, being the light of the world and not hiding that light. I think sometimes we feel like, oh, we don't want to brag, or we don't want to call attention to ourselves, so we don't, try to show anything to anybody. But Jesus literally says, don't be hidden. Be that light, shine brightly. So let's do that today in our time together. So the first thing I'm going to do with my faith inspirations is, it says to collage multiple layers onto the page. So what will I use for collage? I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my collage paper. We can do a lot of things with collage, but I kind of like to use I always like to use the horizontal script paper for collage paper. That's usually what that's like kind of my go-to, but you can use whatever you have. And then what I'm going to do is just rip some of it up. So, there's no fancy way to rip, although depending on if you want certain things to show, you rip one way or the other. So if I rip this way, or if I rip this way, you can see a little bit of the difference between how the page shows here on this side versus how it shows on this side. Okay? So it's just a little bit different depending on how you rip. But it's not a big deal. No, I don't really worry about it or care about it. I just want to collage and just add some different textures to the page. Just different things. So that's all I'm going to do, is just kind of collage just a few pieces onto the page. I'm going to grab my matte medium. Again, you can use anything that you have. And I should have brought a little, boy, that's really, needs to be shaken up a little bit. But I should have brought a paper plate to this live. But right now I'm kind of sitting here in between a couple of TV trays. So I'm going to just use what I have, and that's what we'll do. It was so funny, before I turned on the camera about an hour ago, I was kind of making sure everything was all set up, and I had my camera stand set up, and then all of a sudden the camera just fell off of the stand, and I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I grabbed the glue to glue the camera back onto its little piece. Its little piece just kind of broke off. It's an old camera, you know. I tend to use things until they break, and then I try to fix them first. I like to use what I have. That's why I always teach you guys to use what you have. So anyways, I tried to glue it on and it wouldn't work, so I ended up just taping it. I thought that was just so funny. I was like, of course it's going to break on the day I have a live, and I'm in the middle of nowhere right now. I can't go to the Walmart real quick and get anything to fix it, and Amazon will take too long, so tape to the rescue. Okay, so I like that, but I think I'd like to do a little more collage. I'd like to have something else on this page. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, I think I'll grab some of the, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe some of the lanterns? Maybe some of the stars? Maybe I'll grab some of the stars. I think those are cool. I got some of the lanterns just in case I want to collage some of those on there. Okay. I'm just going to add a little bit of matte medium to my page. I'm going to just kind of get it down there and then just collage some of these stars on the page too. It's so hard sometimes when we're doing our mixed media to go, you know, to sit here, and sometimes if we don't know where we're going, if we don't know what the page is going to look like, sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating. But I tell you, every time I do one, I'm never disappointed in the results. So even though I don't know where my page is going or what it's going to look like, I just trust that the Holy Spirit's just going to guide me, and I'm going to be able just to, it'll turn out just fine. And again, with Faith Inspirations and anything we do in Bible Journaling Ministries, it's always about, you know, getting into the Word, thinking through what the Lord has for us. It's really never about the art, so we don't really worry about that too much here. But this is looking really good so far. Maybe I'll add something up here at the top as well. It's just having a little bit of fun with this collage paper. Just collaging things on top of each other. How's the weather over by you guys? It's getting a little warm here in Arizona. So I think it was like, I think it might be close to 80 today. So I had to turn the air conditioning on in the tiny house. And of course the dogs are in the bedroom with Lonnie. So Lonnie's just sitting in the back bedroom hanging out with the dogs. Hi Jody, good to see you. Donna says, I tried to open the files and I couldn't see them because they are PNG files. Oh, did anyone else have problems loading the files today, guys? We'll go ahead and make sure. Carmen says, Tracy, I like the way you don't let anything defeat you. Keep marching on. You know, it does get tiring though sometimes. I'm going to see Donella. Let's do this together. I'm going to go ahead and get on to Faith Inspirations. Let's see, and then I'll show you. Let me log in first, and then we'll do this together, okay? And if for some reason there's something wrong with the files, as soon as we get done, I'll make sure those are ready for you. We always test the files before we send them out, but that doesn't mean that they're perfect. Sometimes we have errors, or I need to, you know, sometimes fix them, or something happens with the tech. I don't know. Sometimes things are just not always the way we want them to be. So let's see. Okay, so let me share my screen so we can do this together. Okay, I think you can see my screen in front of you. I'm going to go ahead and go to challenges. I'm going to go to March 5th inspirations. I'm going to go to download the kit. Okay, the kit's downloading now. Let's give it a minute. Okay. It's probably a little bit slower because of my internet connection. I'm trying to do a video and download a file at the same time. Sometimes that doesn't always work out. Especially when they're the mega kits like this month. Okay, so I have that one. Let's double click and open that. Let's open it up together. Okay, so I have this one here that says I am the light of the world PDF file. So I'm going to double click on that. And this is the file that you can print out, Donella. So all of it is right there. Yeah, so you're good to go, hon. Just click the file that says PDF at the top of that when you unzip it. So you just download it. You download the file, you double click on it, that will unzip it for you. And then these ones are just PNGs. You don't have to use them if you don't want to, but you could use the March star stencil. And if you had a Cricut machine, you could put it in there and then cut it out. If you wanted to, you could use this one here, which is a PNG file of the girl with the city of Jerusalem and her crown. You could resize her. You could put those in cards. You could do all kinds of things with her. You could do, different kinds of crafty things. You could print her on a shirt if you really wanted to. You could do whatever you want. And then, of course, you have the card, which is a PNG. But if you are having troubles with PNG, no worries. Go ahead and just download the one. Just double click on the one that says I am the light of the world PDF. And then once you click on that, you'll be able to get the PDF. So you should be good to go. But if you have more difficulties, just let me know in the comments. And while I'm live, I can help you out, okay? No big deal. Let me get out of this screen now. Back to the camera. Okay. Oh, Lori, it's snowing where you are. I would love that. It's super hot here in Arizona. I think we're going to have a hot summer. Okay. So it's 15 degrees. Goodness gracious. And it's 54 and rainy where Jody is. Jody says she was able to get hers downloaded. So it looks so, Donella, just go ahead and click the PDF and you should be fine, honey. But if not, let me know in the comments. We'll see what we can do and help you out a little bit more. Okay, so here we are. I've done the collage part. I really am hoping it won't be too hot this year in Arizona. But yeah. Okay, so we did that part. Collage multiple players on pages onto the page. So I'm just going to make a little mark knowing that I have that done. Then we're going to scrape some paint onto the page. Well, did I bring a scraper with me? Of course I didn't. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to make me a little scraper here. Just by folding this down. And just making it a little bit like a hard surface here. And then I'm going to let's see what else I can do. I'm going to put this over here. Let's put some paint on this. We'll use this as our paint palette. Okay, so it just says, scrape some paint onto the page. Well, we can use any color for that. And since we're talking about light, I like to use some yellow. So let's go ahead and start with yellow. I put a little bit down on my palette paper. Oh, good, Donella said she got the PDF to open finally. Well, good, Donella. I'm so glad. Sometimes we have to just, breathe, right? It's like sometimes we're like, why are you doing that? Why? Ooh, that looks like a cross. Let's do more of those. Let's do some more crosses. Not intentionally, just kind of neat like that. Yeah, almost, oh my goodness, you guys. It looks like crosses on a hill, like the light on the hill. City on the hill, can't be hidden. Isn't that funny? Okay, So I got a little yellow. I'd like to use some blue. Now I don't have the mountain blue. Okay, so the mountain blue, I don't have it. So I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of blue. Let's see, put that in there. Come on. And then I'll use a little bit of this teal. Let's just see. Whoa, what in the world is that? I think Lori calls those paint boogers. Whoa. Okay. So let's mix it up a little bit and see what it looks like. Not at all. Yeah. I mean, really not bad, honestly. I probably could have used a little bit less of the dark blue and more of the teal, but that looks pretty close. So I'm going to scrape some of that on the page too. Let's do that. Let's just scrape it on the page. I was talking to my husband earlier today. I can't seem to eat food without getting it all over my outfit. I had to change my outfit twice today already. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like, wow. But thank goodness for you guys. Last month you told me to use the Dawn Power Spray. That works really well. So I was using the Dawn to try to get the stains off my clothes because I'm a mess. Hey, that's cool. This looks good. So we scrape some paint on the page. That looks good to me. I'm happy with that. Let's see. What's next? Okay. Let's see. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you were able to get your errand done, too. Wow, so efficient. Deborah says, mine looks like mud. Oh, well. Oh, well, that's okay. I don't mind mud making in my art at all. Can help us think that, when we see mud, helps me kind of think about how Jesus just makes us all white as snow, right? Our life is so muddy sometimes, but Jesus makes us completely clean, and we can, forget about that mud that we have life. The mud of life, and we can praise him for his amazing, amazing graciousness and love. He just cares for us so deeply and so lovingly, and we can just rest in him. So yeah, don't worry about it, Deborah. All good. So the next thing I'm going to do, it says make marks using your non-dominant hand. So there's many different ways we can make marks. I think I will try to make some. Let's try it with a Posca pen. Let me see if I can find out where I put that. I think it's over here. Let's go ahead and open that up, that Posca pen. Of course, I need to open it up with some kind of scissors. Where did my scissors go? Oh, they're all the way over here. Yeah, life is so challenging that if we let it get to us all the time, man, I think I would be really depressed. Instead, I'm like, I'm not going to let you win, Satan. That's kind of like my whole life motto. I mean, my whole life motto is like fighting against all these battles that they just come at you all the time. And it's like, oh, why? Can't I just have a break? Do you ever feel that way? Am I the only one that feels like it's like a never-ending battle these days? It can be exhausting. So this is new. Okay, so anytime you get a new Posca pen, here's the little tip I do. The first thing you want to do is, after you shake it, shake it, right? Take your finger and just depress it. If there's any air, okay, so let's say the pen flew in an airplane to you, or it had to go up elevation. I don't know if you heard it, but when I pressed down on it, air came out, okay? The problem is if you don't do that, and I've done this before, and then you go to do marks on it, that paint will just gush out of this pen and it will be a hot mess everywhere. So make sure you're doing that so you depress the any built up oxygen in that. And then you just kind of put it on your page and just kind of depress it until the paint starts to flow. I hope I didn't get a dud. I think Lori was telling me that oh, I didn't. Here it comes. You can see it start to come on the nib. Lori was telling me that somebody on YouTube has a video where they take pliers and then they refill their Posca pen. I think that would be a wonderful idea. Okay, so it looks like I have some of that coming out. Oh, Dee says she tried to get 3 different colors on one brush. Don't try it. Okay, I won't do it, Deborah. Okay, the next one says make marks using your non-dominant hands. So I'm right-handed. So in order to use my non-dominant hand, I'll be using my left hand. So what kind of marks can I make? Well, let's see. Maybe I could do some circles, right? It's harder to do it with your non-dominant hand, right? So I'm just going to make some circles on the page here. It's kind of weird, yeah? I can't wait to see what you guys do with yours and how it looks. I am finding this to be quite challenging, actually, but fun. And the wonderful thing about, trying techniques like this it really gets you thinking. I can spend some time on this page and just be thinking about how can I be the light of the world today? What are some things I can do to help other people see Jesus? And, one of those things is I could send a text to somebody. I could join a live and hang out with you guys. I think that's a fun way to do it. Right? And we could share how hard it can be in our lives, but then also, some of the days where it's just so joyful, right? We don't have to have all cloudy days. We can have happy days, and it's nice to know that when we're feeling alone, that we can have community here. This is our family meeting, so we have mostly our sisters in Christ here. We don't have a lot of dudes. We don't have a lot of dudes hanging out with us. But yeah, we can be hanging out with our sisters in Christ and encouraging one another. Okay. One thing you also want to do, because my paint is still wet, you'll see me kind of go through. Sometimes I'll go through the wet paint and then my marker doesn't really work as good. That's okay. But don't forget, if you do get some paint on your nib, make sure you wipe that off. You don't want that paint to dry there and ruin the flow of your Posca pen. This is looking pretty interesting, yeah? Let me try some on this side too so we get some evenness here. I like having things that are kind of somewhat symmetrical. So I'm just going to do some more mark making here. And I'm just kind of digging the circles right now, but I could dig other things. I could do squares or triangles. Maybe I'll do some triangles here in a bit. But interesting to kind of think through these little, I don't really use my left hand a lot for anything. But making these marks is certainly challenging. And yet fun at the same time. So those are ways we can be the light of the world. We can support somebody's little business. I know I was talking to Shellen. Shellen is my partner in crime. She is starting a homestead, and she does amazing things with all the things that she has. I was wishing that I really love Arizona, but I really also love how green it is in Kentucky where she lives. So it's neat to see her start to kind of work on having a little homestead. And so part of what I do as her friend is just try to encourage her when I can. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this out over here to the edges. I'm really liking how this is turning out so far, but I kind of think it would be cool to kind of have a frame of these little circles on the page, so that's what I'm doing right now. So that's another way we can, show light, is by encouraging our friends. We can show light by encouraging people where we meet them, in the parking lot of a Sam's Club. We've done that before. I've talked about that. In the NICU, waiting for the baby. It's another way we can show the light of the world by being nice to the plumber when the plumber comes to fix the piping. Or I forgot to tell you guys last month also, not only did we talked about last month the piping broke in my house, and then I had the washer break, and then I had the dishwasher break, all in like the same month. And then my van broke, and then my electricity broke right after like the call with you guys. And I was just like, oh, I just know things are getting better real soon, because everything, if everything is kind of weird, you just praise God that you can hire, you can call somebody and they can come fix it. I'm not good with electricity. I can do drywall, but I can't do electricity. Just not for me. It's just not for me. I won't do electricity stuff. Lonnie will do, I'll do an outlet. I can change out an outlet, but I don't want to. I couldn't figure this one out. Neither could Lonnie. When the guy had a cancellation and he came over, it took him like an hour to find it. And it really was just a neutral wire that just sparked in the box. The circuit breaker box. And he missed it that initially, and he was disappointed that he missed it, but he eventually got it. And then we were able to pay for that to get fixed. And so a lot of times, when things are tough, you just pray to God and give him praise for, everything. Just praise for everything. Lord, thank you that I have a house. Lord, thank you that someone came here to fix the electricity. Lord, thank you for the provision. We can praise the Lord in very dark circumstances, and that's a wonderful way to show the light as well. Okay, the next thing, it says add shade around the focal image. Well, I didn't even put a focal image on here. So let's do that now. Let's see. What do I want to do for the focal image? So I have this, which is really pretty, but I don't think I want to do that as the focal image. So let's check out this girl, because I just think she's so pretty. When we designed her, I was like, she needs to have this crown, this city on a hill, like on her head. So I'm going to use her. I just think she's really pretty. Oh, let's see what you guys are saying. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. Oh, Lori said, during my time with the Lord, I found an amazing song that can be found, that can help you. Mercy Me, Heartbroken. Hallelujah. I love Mercy Me. I just saw, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see I Can Only Imagine 2. That's very good. I actually think it was just as good as the first one. I Can Only Imagine 1. And I was fortunate because, see, here's another blessing, right? In January, I got this email from Adam Tickets, and it asked me if I wanted a free date night with my husband, and I was like, yes. They gave me free tickets to see that movie, so I was able to see I Can Only Imagine before it came out at the big. Well, it was at the big screen, but it was before everyone else got to see it. It was called Early Access. I don't know why I got it, but the Lord wanted to bless me with it, and that was such a wonderful chance to get away from all of the remodeling that we've been doing. So Lonnie and I took a little break. We went to the movies. We saw I Can Only Imagine 2, and it was wonderful. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, I highly, highly recommend it. And then I was also, funny enough, able to get the Mercy Me concert tickets basically for free as well, because I had a discount offer from Capital One Shopping, and they sent me an offer that said if you spend $250 at StubHub, we'll give you $250 back. And I was like, yes, please, I'll do that as well. So I bought me and the boys tickets to see Mercy Me in concert. And this will be the second time we've had a chance to see Mercy Me. We saw them about 15 years ago. They did a free concert. Boy, what is it with Mercy Me and me getting things for free? Isn't that, now that I keep talking about it, like everything I'm talking about is like, for free. It's funny. But anyways, they did a long concert at the Grand Canyon University 15 years ago when my children are about 10 and 12. Yeah, or 10 and 13. I think they're 10 and 12, I think. No, 10 and 13. Anywho, they did a concert there. We had lawn tickets. So we were able to kind of go out and see Mercy Me together at GCU. Long time ago. I just really love Mercy Me. They're such a good band. So anyways, I can only imagine it's about Tim Timmons. Tim Timmons, who is also an artist, but he wrote Even If. So if you haven't heard that song, Even If is a wonderful song to hear. Let's get I'm gonna glue her down with just some glue stick. Brenda says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Brenda. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm just going to use some glue here. Lori says, don't forget to like and comment and share. It helps the YouTube algorithm. It really does. And, it's harder and harder these days for our channel to get discovered on YouTube anymore. It's just so crowded. But, if you like and subscribe and share, YouTube goes, oh, someone's interested. Let's share this. Because they want to make money, right? So they're going to only show what people are wanting to see. So that's one of the ways they make money is through advertising. And if nobody wants to watch the video, then they don't want to share it. And though if somebody's commenting on a video, then YouTube says, oh, it must be worth sharing. And then it'll share it some more. So thank you guys so much for sharing and for commenting and liking the video. Okay. So there's that. And that's my focal image. And so it says add shade around the focal image. So I'm just going to use some of this charcoal pencil and just slowly start shading around the focal image here. Right? And you don't have to do the whole thing if you don't want to. You can even choose just to do one side. If you want the light hitting this way, you could choose just to shade this side if you want. But I'm kind of popping out the whole image, so I'm just going to shade the whole image. And she'll just be, kind of popped out a little bit by adding a little bit of shading to the page. Deborah says, we are the evergreen state. Yeah, I bet. How much rain do you get there in the evergreen state? Boy, I like that. She really pops out when you add a little bit of that charcoal behind her. And you can smooth that out with your finger if you want to. Just kind of, doesn't have to be so stark if you just smooth it out with your hand. Real easy and fun. Okay, I'm just going to add this like this. And then I'm going to kind of smear it out just a little bit, just creating a nice little shaded area behind her. I like that. Of course, then your finger gets a little bit charcoaly. But looks good. I like it. It's cool so far. Lori says, I think it's powerful encouragement for what you are going through. Now I have fear of missing out. Oh, why do you have fear of missing out, Lori? Maybe I don't understand it. She says, I love the story of It Is Well With My Soul. Oh, yeah, because that's really, and they talk about the history of that song. I really did not know that until I watched the movie. I won't give a lot of it away because I know some of you guys haven't had a chance to watch it. But they do talk about the history. And then I started thinking as I was watching that show, the movie, I was like, I should really get into the history of more of these hymns. I don't spend a lot of time in hymns and thinking through like what was the story behind them or any of that, but it's fascinating. It's a fascinating story, a very sad story with how that song came about. Okay, now it says add stars or lanterns to your page. Now I already have stars, so let me add a couple of lanterns to my page. Let's see. I think maybe a silver one would be pretty. Let's check that out and see. We'll audition one and see how it goes. Oh, for the concert that you got to go to. Well, yeah, and the concert that's upcoming. So amazing. I would definitely, if you get a chance to see him, it's a very lovely. He has such a beautiful voice, that Bart Millard. He has a very beautiful voice. And his story is pretty powerful. And I really did appreciate, because if well, I'm just not going to give any more of it away. So go see it. Go see it. It's good. All right. So I think I'm going to add one here. Let's see what a gold one would look like there, or maybe even a red one. Let's just kind of audition a few pieces while we're doing this. I really am having fun today with you guys doing our faith inspirations. It's such a nice afternoon break for me. I was doing a video of unboxing of a new children's Bible, and after I started to edit it, and I realized the table was too shaky, so now I have to redo that one. And we'll get it done. But it was a good lesson before I turned on the live, because now I had to go get another TV tray to put the camera on so that my work wouldn't be shaking as we are having our fun discussion together. So that was a good lesson to learn before I turned the camera on today. Don't want to have a live where you guys get dizzy because of my of the table shaking. Don't forget, these lanterns, you guys, are in your library as well this month. So you can download the lanterns and you can use them any way you like. Your card making, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. You could do it in some Bible journaling if you want to do some Bible journaling with that. I'm not sure, you guys. Let's do, I don't think I want the red one. Goodbye. I don't even know if I want as many as I have. Let's see. I don't know. I like the 3. But I do not know. It might need to be 3 silver ones. It might need to be 2 silver ones and 1 gold one. I just think 2 gold I'm not feeling it. So I'm gonna keep auditioning pieces until I find one I really like. Okay, here we go. I think this is gonna be it for me. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the gold one right here. I think that will be pretty. Something like that. Let's try that. Let's just try it and see if we like it. All right. Carmen says, such a simple technique, but wow, such a big impact, and how she truly pops out. Absolutely. Just a little bit of shade. Isn't it fun to have, like, learn these different techniques and go, wow, that does make a difference. So I'm going to do this right here, okay? And I don't want them just to be floating out there, so I'm going to come back, I think, with some shading as well for them. Because they just kind of, right now, they just kind of feel like they're floating out there in the middle of space. You know what I'll do first before I add the shading? I'll do some wordfetti, and that will probably help it along. Okay. I'm going to kind of cluster these guys together a little bit. So just layering, and I think we've done the layering technique in here as well, in our Faith Inspirations. We do a fun technique every month. It's so fun. It's so simple too. You know, we get this fun time together. It's kind of like a little mini small group session, right, with all of us here. And then we're just having fun with our mixed media together. It's just kind of a fun, wonderful way to, you know, worship the Lord creatively together. I enjoy our time together for sure. Okay, I got a little bit of that there. And then I'm going to do this one right here in the front, like so. Okay, that looks pretty cool. And then it says, so I did add the stars or lantern to my page. It says add glimmer or shimmer, and then add charcoal or ink to shade page and elements. Okay, so I'm going to do my verse, or what I'm do my wordfetti, and then I'll do all the shading so I don't accidentally forget to do the wordfetti. I'm going to just, I don't know, this is so good. I think I'll just do the one that says I am the light of the world. Are you guys having fun with our I am challenge this year so far? So we had I am the light of the world. We have I am loved. And then we have I am called. So we started with I am called. We did I am loved. And now we're doing I am the light of the world. So which one so far is your favorite of all three of those that we've done so far? I think this one might be my favorite. I am the light of the world. Helps remind me that I am a child of God and He has amazing plans for me. And when I feel like days where I just want to be not the light, I can remember whose child I am. And I will work to be more light-like and less grouchy. Although I did treat myself the other day. I bought myself a little Hello Kitty stuffed animal. It was like $6 on Amazon, but it's it has a little grumpy suit on. It's like a Hello Kitty guy who has a grumpy Care Bear suit on. I thought it was so funny. I was like, oh, that's how I feel. I feel like the grumpy Care Bear, so I just thought it was so funny. It's good to treat ourselves sometimes and do things that make us smile, I think. Lori says you can add a line to the light. Yeah, you mean like so it's hanging down? I think that's what you're saying, right? So it's hanging down from the top of the page. Deborah says I'm putting a chain design so the lanterns hang on the page. Yeah, that's wonderful, you guys. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you, Lori. Jody says I always take the second girl and put her in a file So I have them when whenever I want to collage something else. That's a brilliant idea, Jody. So instead of like just tossing it, you have like a little file with all your fun supplies in it. That's super smart. Okay, yeah, I can add a little line. You know what, let's do that in charcoal. That way it's not so stark, right? Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and shade that in now, just to kind of pop it out a little bit here. Just add a little bit of charcoal pencil to your page and then just smooth it out with your finger. And then don't forget to wipe your hand. Otherwise, that charcoal will go everywhere and it will be on your clothes. Lori, did you see the comment I put on your Woven with Glitter channel? That looks cool. Oh, that looks really good. Let's do this too. Let's do some around the words too. Shadowing is with a little bit of charcoal. It really does make this stuff pop out. I used to use a lot of charcoal when I was drawing. I used to draw a lot of girls and paint a lot of collage girls. I used to give those away as presents. And I used to use the charcoal. So I have like five or six charcoal pencils. But that looks cool. I like that. Let's see. I'm going to do some charcoal also around the whole page too. And then I'll add the shimmer last. That'll be my plan. Oh, well, it should be on there, Lori, if you get a chance. Wednesday's video that you put on your channel, Woven with Glitter. They promised you I would go look at it, so I did. And then I went ahead and put that comment on there. I think I just said I love it. That's probably what my comment said, Lori. But if you don't see it, let me know, because I did put it on there. And if for some reason it didn't show up, I probably forgot to click enter or something. You know me. Ooh, this is so cool. I like. Okay. You're welcome, Lori. Lori says, I'm trying and learning so much about adding to the video. Yeah, it's a good idea when you're, when you have a YouTube channel to just keep trying and try to new things. See, and always try to improve, right? That's what we try to do. We always try and improve. Always trying to make things better for our friends to see. Okay, add in the charcoal or the link. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out before I lose it, and then I'll add the shimmer last. Now, our next meeting is going to be April 1st, April Fool's Day. So I hope that you'll join me. April Fool's Day is when my grandparents got married. Now they have since passed, but I always thought it was kind of funny that they got married on April Fool's Day. Makes me smile. Okay. There's this. Like so. Very good. Okay, so now I'm going to add the shimmer. So let's see if the shimmer pen will work for us today. I want to be a little careful. Since my page is almost done, I don't want to accidentally get, goopers and stuff on it. So this is a little cap that helps when it's new to not depress the liquid inside. So now that it's depressed, I can just twist that and hopefully it's not dried out. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Well, Trace, am I not doing it right? There. Push it in there. I'm probably doing it wrong. I must be doing it wrong. Here I am trying to show you how I do it, and I'm doing it wrong. What is wrong with this? What do my readers say? It says, that's just the name. I should be able just to screw it in. And it should just screw in. Huh. Well, I don't know. Because this part is supposed to... There! Aha! Aha! So then I'm supposed to squeeze it out. Come on. Don't be dried out. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! Okay, yay. It's not dried out. So I'm going to add a little shimmer to the light over here. I gotta be careful, I don't want to touch the charcoal. Okay, and then I'm going to add some shimmer to this cross here. So it's just a little bit of a shimmer. And I don't even know. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. I'll do it in a minute so you can see it. See if I'll turn it so that you can maybe see it. Shimmer. Okay, a little bit of shimmer here. Do some shimmer on her cross too. Okay, let's see if you can see it. Let's put that together. Can you see it? It's hard to see. It's hard to see. So, no, you can't see it very well, but I can see it. All right, so we can cross that one off too. We've added the shimmer. We've done all the things, and I think I am done. What do you think? I like it. I really do like it. Oh, Lori says she can see it. Oh, and then you said shake it and that I was doing it right. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Lori just posted a video on Woven with Glitter, and she said it's her favorite, so that she hopes that you guys all get to see it. So head over to Woven with Glitter and check out her latest video there. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm going to be done with the... I think I'm going to be done. Boy, that was a quick and easy, fun technique this month. So, and we're at exactly almost an hour. So that's pretty good. Usually I go at least half an hour early, over. Like I usually go over, but not today. You guys are lucky. I was able to complete it, and I think it looks pretty good. Oh, Carmen likes it as well. Jody says it is beautiful. Thank you so much, you guys. I cannot wait to see what you guys do. So please put them, if you get a chance and if you feel comfortable, put it in the Faith Inspirations Facebook group so I can see. All right, you guys, until I see you in April 1st, it's not going to be a joke. I will see you April 1st. All right, have a very beautiful rest of your month. Goodbye.